And you'll find with Caesarion that he is such an apologist for Aleister Crowley and Blavatsky. I mean, he's basically just falling all over himself when they come up. Here, I'll play a real quick clip what he says about Aleister Crowley and how he was just not understood for what he was, and then he gets real mad because a Christian's asking him this question, and he's like, I don't want to debate this with you. You think that you just take it out of context and whatnot. Even if you took this out of context, though, I mean, just logically speaking, you are apologizing for something that is very clearly a huge part of this New World Order agenda. I mean, people have spent a lot of time implicating Aleister Crowley as a major player in this New World Order game, and here is this guy defending the hell out of this guy. Here, listen to him real quick.
That I don't know anything about, but I can certainly tell you that those quotes that have been taken from the book Magic and Theory and Practice have been totally misinterpreted. This is a case in point I was just talking to you about, Doug, is that people take one little line from Magic and Theory and Practice about the child sacrifices and so on without even printing the whole passage. People need to go to that area of the book. In fact, they need to go to the book and read it about the incredible, beautiful, the spirituality of that man and of that book have yet to be brought out. They pick on one little diatribe. He was addressing in that book false magicians. The quote is actually directed not to the ordinary reader because he was a magician. He printed his books for his own magical society and for other people practicing the occult arts.
Sons of the serpent said to them, "Know ye not ye are gods? What we can do, you can do also and more." So the coming of the serpent into the garden has been completely put before us opposite than what it was, for good reason, and it doesn't make any sense.
Madame Blavatsky, one of the greatest scholars the world has ever known, writes in this way. She says, the appellation Satan in Hebrew belongs by right to the first and cruelest adversary of all other gods, Jehovah, not in the serpent which spoke only words of sympathy and wisdom.
Now, even if we accept any variation of Lucifer symbolism, in this quote, it's clear that Caesarion agrees with Blavatsky, the greatest scholar the world has ever known, that what we call God should be called Satan, and the serpent is actually our good friend. In this case, he wants us to think that the serpent represents the Lemurians, not women. Lemurians, by the way, is a word that entered into our lexicon through Helena Blavatsky. I would also offer a definition of Luciferianism, which is, Luciferianism can be understood best as a belief system that venerates the essential characteristics that are affixed to Lucifer. I'm not asking you to apply any religious ideas to his assertion that God is Satan and that Lucifer is good. I just want to show you how by any definition, Caesarion is a Luciferian. But the real disturbing thing here is this weird doublespeak that I know his followers have noticed, which is that he spends so little time on these angels, or macrobes, and focuses mainly on the alien oppressors. But when he does talk about them, it's clear on the one hand he thinks that they are really what's behind all the bloodshed and wars. But then, in another place, he tells you that the leader of these angels deserves the throne of God much more than God does. It just doesn't make any sense.
In 1776, Weishaupt organized the Illuminati and put the plot into execution. The word Illuminati is derived from Lucifer and means holders of the light. Using the lie that his objective was to bring about a one-world government, to enable men with proven mental ability to govern the world, he recruited about 2,000 followers. These included the most intelligent men in the field of arts and letters, education, the sciences, finance, and industry. He then established lodges of the Grand Orient to be their secret headquarters. Weishaupt's revised plan required his Illuminati to do the following things to help them accomplish their purpose. 1. Use monetary and sex bribery to obtain control of people already occupying positions in high places in the various levels of all governments and other fields of human endeavor. Once an influential person had fallen for the lies, deceits, and temptations of the Illuminati, they were to be held in bondage by application of political and other forms of blackmail and threats of financial ruin, public exposure, and physical harm, and even death to themselves and their loved ones. Number 6, the power of our resources must remain invisible until the very moment when it has gained the strength that no cunning or force can undermine it.
In one sense, I agree with him that a new religion is in fact being constructed by the New World Order. I disagree with him because I think that the religion that is going to be used is the one that this salesman, Tsarian, is pitching to you right now. It's going to be one that is based on the idea that humanity was genetically engineered by an alien race, and that we are at a crucial juncture in this global society, one in which our new understanding of our origins will lead us to an illumination of global understanding and a willful elimination of national sovereignty, even by those that used to fight such notions. And in this new global utopia, there might be people who say things like, "Our Bible told us that this false peace was going to happen, and it said it would look just like this, and that it won't last but a few months before all hell breaks out." Those people need to be eliminated, because they aren't ready for this new global peace. They are too afraid of it. They are what's holding the world back from global peace. And after the genocide of those people, everyone will find out for the first time what the real agenda of the New World Order was. But at that point, for many, it will be much too late. There you have it, a perfect setup. You know, I hear a lot of criticisms of the Bible, and I like to try to answer them if people have questions, because I find most of them to be easily answered, and I kind of like doing it. And if you have any, you can send them to an email address that you can find on my website. But there's one passage that I've secretly had a lot of trouble with, that I couldn't understand how it could happen in this politically correct, technologically advanced world we live in. It says that in the New World Order, people will rejoice in the killing of Christians, and that if they don't go along with the beast system, will be publicly executed. It wasn't until I really understood what was being said by the 2012 propaganda that it finally made sense. Just look around. How many of those truth movement teachers, especially those connected with theosophy like Tsarian and Maxwell, that push 2012, also tell you that Christianity is the enemy and imply that it must be destroyed for humanity to survive? If you hate Christians and Judaism, there's a very good chance that you have been brainwashed by the real New World Order. It is not obvious to many people, sadly even to many Christians nowadays, that the core power of what Tsarian calls the macros, and the power that they answer to, is totally vulnerable to the authority of Jesus Christ. Exorcisms do not, as the Catholic Church would have you believe, require incense and holy water and all those other things. It only requires a stern word from a true Christian. This is the power that must first be marginalized and destroyed, for the evil we fight to assert its control and place their phoenix on the throne of the infrastructure that has been built by the whispers to the ears of humans who have been deceived in opening doors that, despite the promises of power, only serve that realm.